Hey, welcome back to the Game Room. I'm stoked that you're here because today we're headed to the local game store to make a trade. Okay, our trade today is not a big one. It's 6 Vita games. These are like a random selection of games that I had in my Vita collection that has since been kind of sold off. Now today, specifically, the games that we're going to be trading are Unit 13, Wipeout 2048, Akiba's Beat, X-Blade Code Embryo, 7 Scarlet, and a Japanese copy of Phantasy Star Online 2. Everything here was once on eBay, was also once on Facebook Marketplace. These are just titles that, for one reason or another, I haven't been able to get rid of, and I've sort of made all attempts to sell at this point, and actually sold off the collection recently, and these are the remaining games that weren't selling locally or on eBay. Today we're going to be looking specifically for Nintendo 64 and 3DS. Those are two libraries I've been pushing really hard on, and it's always nice to add another game to a library that you're trying to complete with a trade rather than going out of your way to spend cash on it. Let's head in and see what they can give us for this trade. Now, this particular store in my area is a really good one. They do have loads of inventory though, which is typically a sign that the prices are a little high. But this place is absolutely killer. Everything from pinball to arcade machines and loads of consoles and games. They also sell vinyl and movies, so yeah, we've got just about everything going on here. One of the things you want to find out first when you're trading in games to your local game store is what percentage they're going to give you in trade credit. And this particular store gives... Is it 50% you guys give?
For store credit, yeah.
For store credit, it's 50. Okay, cool. 50%. It's not the best in trade. In fact, the store that I prefer to trade to gives 60%, but they don't take Vita games. All right, we're gonna do a little shopping around while we wait for them to total up our trade and see how we did. Right now I'm trying to finish off my complete loose North American N64 set, so we're definitely going to be prioritizing looking at N64 games, and I've also been collecting pretty hard on the 3DS, so we're absolutely going to be checking out their selection for those too. I've also got my eye on this Xbox 360 section because with that announcement of the Microsoft Online Marketplace closing, Xbox 360 games have skyrocketed in value and a lot of pawn shops haven't caught up on their pricing yet. I had pre-totaled my trade-in and I'm pretty sure it came in somewhere around $170, so at 50% we're sort of expecting to get right around 85 bucks. What are we looking at?
You said it was credit that you were looking for?
Credit would be awesome, yeah.
You'd be looking at 80 credit.
$80? Okay. Yeah, 80 bucks is a little on the low side. I can't really blame them for rounding down. 5 bucks isn't gonna make too much of a difference, so let's get shopping and see what we can find for our $80. You know, games you're going to find at pawn shops are going to sort of have values all over the place. Some are going to be underpriced and some are going to be way over. When it comes to this copy of Ridge Racer 3D on the 3DS, you know, this was overpriced by almost double. So we're going to ask and see if they can't do a little better on the price. There's one I'm interested there, but I'm just curious about the price on it. I don't know if you guys will adjust prices if they've gone down, but that Ridge Racer 3D game's at 32 bucks on price charting.
I mean, you're using credit, so I can't really adjust it at that point.
You know, maybe it shouldn't surprise me so much that stores like this don't value trade credit the same way they value pure cash, but it kind of blows my mind that they might have been willing to move the price on this game if it wasn't for the fact that I wasn't paying with trade credit. Okay.
But
can you,
I definitely couldn't price it down that low either way, because we would have paid, half of it, and then it'd be pointless, right?
Yeah.
But,
okay.
Yeah.
Sounds good. So it's stopped there. Okay. Cool.
And honestly. There's a lot of games that like we've had so long that they go back up and then it's like fine.
Yeah, that's cool.
That tends to happen.
Yeah, it's all good. Just means you're sitting on the inventory, but I get it if you paid it. I mean, hey, if they're willing to sit on that inventory until the prices go back up, more power to you. And hey, if they're not going to make prices fair for us, we're going to find some underpriced games. And I know just where to look. These Xbox 360 games have been skyrocketing, and yeah, 99 Nights 2 way underpriced at $25. Got a complete in-box copy in really nice shape. I actually talked about this one recently in a video about Xbox game values, and yeah, this one seems to be trending nowhere but up. And at $25, yeah, we're doing pretty well against eBay prices, so this is a good score. Lots of interesting stuff in the 3DS section. There are a couple that we don't have in the collection that I've been looking for.
I don't know which one you
Oh, sorry, I'll take it.
There you go. That one and this guy right here.
First up is this copy of The Legend of Legacy, and I don't already have this one in the collection. It was on my list of ones to find. $30 is an alright price, but you know, they weren't really seemingly interested in doing anything for the prices for me, as I was only using a trade credit. So yeah, we're gonna have to accept the fact that this one's priced at $30, but we're still gonna grab it. We also grabbed up this copy of Conception 2, Children of the Seven Stars. This one is priced at $50, which is probably a little more than I wanted to pay for, but again, they weren't really willing to negotiate on any of the prices, and you know, it's one we wanted for the collection, so we're gonna grab that one up too. Total value on the games we walked away with is $159.50, and considering that they valued our games at $169, we came away with pretty much an even trade, which isn't really all that bad considering they only value our stuff at 50%, so we got pretty much up to the same value that we brought in, which makes it pretty close to an even trade, and I'm not mad about that. So should you trade your games into the local game store? Typically, I always look to sell before I look to trade. I think this place gives 50% of the value for trade-in, so we're not doing super well on it, but since we've already made the effort to sell on eBay and sell local on Facebook Marketplace, this is sort of the next best option. Especially if there's stuff that you can't sell locally, things that you're not playing anymore. I think it's pretty healthy to go through your collection regularly and purge games that you've beaten and are interested in playing again, or even just games that you just don't see yourself playing anytime in the near future. It's a great way to pick up new games to add to your collection and keep things fresh, and you never know, you might find yourself coming out ahead in trade value and not doing too bad, maybe even a little better than 50% of what they're gonna give you. Thanks so much for hanging out today and checking out this trade video. I appreciate all the likes, subscribes, comments, all that good stuff goes a long way in helping my channel grow. I appreciate it, and I'll catch you on the next one.